Earlier, you've been asked about this award, and you said you didn't have time to really think about that. You were focused on more important things. But now that you've got it, I mean, what does this mean to you?
Well, it means that our team had a really good year, honestly. I'm just proud of what we've accomplished up until this point. And this is definitely not an individual award. I don't look at it as that at all. I look at it as a team award, an entire coaching staff award, really an organizational award of what we've done here in 5 years and what we've done here the last couple of years. And I thought we had a really special season. And to win 101 games in the big leagues is so hard to do. And how we fought for 6 months and continue to improve. And I'm just really looking forward to next year already and just really proud of the year we had.
Rich Dubroff, Baltimore Baseball.
Hey, Brandon, were you surprised at how overwhelming the vote was, getting 27 out of 30 first place votes?
I haven't even thought about it, Rich, to be honest with you. I'm not. Listen, those two guys that were up there with, as finalists, I have so much respect for. Kevin Cash is a great manager and been really good for a long time, and it's going to continue to be a great manager. And Bruce Bochy is Hall of Fame and somebody that I look up to is somebody I would love to be like someday. So I'm just proud to be in that conversation. Honestly, I'm proud to be on the same panel as guys that have done a lot of really cool things in this job.
Jake Grill, MLB.com.
Hey, Brandon, was there a point early this year when you realized just how special this team was and how special of a year this was going to be for you guys?
Well, I thought the series, I knew we were a good club, and but I thought when we went into Tampa and won 3 out of 4, kind of the way we did, kind of looking back, for me, that was a little bit of the turning point for us, and how we won those games too, and won 3 close games. And I thought that gave our team a lot of confidence that we could go on the road against the first place club that had been, quite a bit ahead of us early in the year, but go in and win 3 out of 4 on a really tough place to play that we have never played well since I've been here there, and to win 3 games there, for me, that was the turning point for us.
Nathan Ruiz, Baltimore Sun.
Hey, Brandon, congrats. Was this season, this award, is it more satisfying because of what you went through on the front end of your tenure?
Well, I think that's when you're during those years. I mean, you just didn't know. I knew I had confidence that we're going to turn this thing around, but you struggle to see when. You see the light at the end of the tunnel. Honestly, last year there came a point where you saw the light at the end of the tunnel, where you could see that we were able to pitch against the teams we were competing against, that we were able to compete, win series. So really, from June on last year, that was a huge turning point for this organization and our big league club. But to come as far back, to come as far as we have, you look at the roster in 19 and 20, it's a lot of different players and a lot of homegrown guys and a lot of guys that we've developed at the big league level, and so you feel good about that.
Steve Molesky, Masson.
Hey, Brandon, congrats. Ask you to think back a few years when you were being interviewed by Mike and leading towards you getting the job. Did you get a feeling then that you could have this great relationship with Mike? And what has been the key for you two becoming a pretty good 1-2 punch here in Baltimore?
Yeah, the day we spent together, I really liked him. I liked the way that he went about things. I liked the way he talked. I liked his vision a lot. He told me he was going to be patient, and he followed through on that. And he kind of explained to me, honestly, how hard it was going to be. And he had done it before, so that was helpful. But I remember telling the coaching staff the first spring training in 19, the expectations are for you guys are just trying to get these players better. We know that we're behind the 8 ball in a lot of ways. And so for him to be honest, but also there's a lot of people that say that, but there's other people that come through with it. And Mike Mike stuck to his word and had patience through some tough years and put a lot of trust in me and our coaching staff. And he's made some great decisions in 5 years. Him and his staff have done an amazing job of building this roster. You lose 110 games 2 years ago to win 101. That's making a lot of really good front office decisions. And so I've always enjoyed spending my time with Mike, and I look forward to continuing to do that.
Peter Schmuck, Baltimore Baseball.
Hey, Brandon, obviously, congratulations. Very, very well deserved. I'm going to ask you for a bit of introspection. Having come down this road from where you were when you walked in the door to where you are today, what managerial quality do you think was most important in getting you from there to here?
Well, I want to say patience, but I think I was guilty a lot of nights of not being patient. I think consistent around the players. I think that's what I think I hid a lot of things from them in a good way. I feel like that I think they always have enjoyed the atmosphere we've created, and they've had a big part of that. But they've enjoyed the coaching staff. And I wanted them to know that I was always going to be okay, and that we were going to be consistent. We were eventually going to be good. I didn't want them to see me be up, two down. Now those times happen for sure, but I mean the guy that presented the award is really who I've learned that from the most. That how important consistency is, and how important honesty is, and with players, that's what players need and want. So I think my honesty with players and being consistent as possible.
Valerie Preactor, WBAL.
Congrats, Brandon. We saw the shot with you and all your girls being able to be there with you, besides Colton, of course. But take us behind the scenes of what you've had to sacrifice throughout your entire career to be not only the Orioles manager, but every other stop along the way, and how you've been able to share this now with your family and how worth it it's been to make those sacrifices.
Yeah, I've had quite a few stops, and I've been away from home a lot. This is my first year as a coach, A-ball 2003. So 21 years of really being on the road. And there's a couple years where I got to manage at home in Jupiter, Florida, 1 year in the Florida State League, and I roved 1 year. But it's, they sacrifice more than I do. And, as my kids get a little bit older and they have more sports, and like Colton's at basketball practice right now. It's just challenging. It's challenging, and I think that we've done a really good job of balancing and trying to see each other as much as we possibly can. And my wife has, been unbelievably patient and supportive and positive, and a great sounding board. Supporter, and so I appreciate them supporting me the way they do.
Mark Viviano.
Congratulations, Brandon. So you guys have won games, you won a division, you and your players have won awards, you've come a long way from being underdogs. What changes now that you're going to be looked upon as a strong team and a favorite? Does the mentality, does the approach, what, if anything, changes going forward?
No, I think our guys are going to embrace it. Honestly, I think that they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder a little bit on how things ended, and I know I am. We're really proud of the regular season we had. We want to take that next step, and I think everybody getting the experience of what that felt like to end the season the way it did. I think it's gonna fuel a lot of our guys into next year. And it's a tough game. The teams in our division are going to improve. I know there's going to be a little bit higher expectations for us, and I think our guys are going to really embrace it and enjoy the challenge.
Dan Conley?
Brandon, this time last year, you had a 31-win turnaround. You shepherded, and you finished second in the manager year voting, which many of us thought that you probably should have finished first. This year, you guys only improved by 18 games, not 31. So, objectively, seriously, when you look at your job last year compared to this year, how different was it? And was this a better year for you as a manager, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, God, if we would have won 31 more games this year, that would have been we might have been setting some records. No, I think every year, you get experiences from the year before, and I try to improve from year to year. And like right now, it really is a lot of reflection and try to get better. Honestly, just like coaches, just like players, we're trying to get better every single year. And so, I'm really proud of the regular season we had. I know our guys are going to come in hungry next year, but go back to your original question. I don't think that I think that I managed the same as I did the year before.